Hello and welcome to the Dragon and Bear Show with your usual duo of not comedic nature.
Thanks.
Well, it's not a lie, is
Uh,
it?
no, not really. We're just us.
Yeah, Dragon King, Geeky Bear,
Yep.
Thomas and Alex.
Hello.
Yeah, so obviously last month we covered a nostalgic classic kids movie of the 90s
Yep.
in the form of the Iron Giant. And, we got a more recent animated series coming up very soon that we're going to cover. Obviously, the Dragon Prince Series 3, your other choice.
Yep.
But, we thought, hey, let's do an extra one in March.
Why
Because
not?
we've got a big thing coming up soon. So it's like, oh, yeah, let's do one last actual pick rather than...
One last hurrah.
Yeah, rather than just sticking to the same franchise. So, one last hurrah. And it's another nostalgic kids movie from the early 2000s in the form of 2005 because, we're going to take a look at Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, the big
Jeez.
theatrical Wallace and Gromit movie, since all their other movies were like 30 minutes and less.
Yeah.
Like television
It's like
specials, basically.
Yeah, it's like a proper movie.
Yeah, it's got an extra hour on top of a... It's essentially the combined time of all the other ones put together.
Yeah. 1 hour 25.
Yep. Which is a nice short movie to get you through the day.
Yeah.
Where did I begin with this? Obviously, this is such a nostalgic go back to. It's been a long time since I watched this movie. It's one of the. I don't remember the last time I actually watched this. I used to love watching this as a kid. I mean, I had the toys from it. I had, obviously, when we was on about plushies, I remember the Were-Rabbit plushie. I tried to find it very briefly, could not find it, sadly. I had the video game on Xbox, which was
I used
cool.
to have the little like pit bull kind of dog thing as a plush. Like I'm a big plushy guy. I'm not very figurey. We discussed this earlier, but yeah. Yeah. I think I watched this like when it came out, and that was it. Like,
I think I agree. I think I watched it like when it first was released, not in cinema, obviously, just like when it eventually got released on like
on BBC One.
What that or will this be VHS or will this have been DVD? Maybe both.
Yeah,
maybe
I think it's like when the crossover time.
Yeah, maybe this was when it was phasing out of that. So it's been that long since it came out. We were like 7 at the time.
Yep.
So yeah, it was
the good old days.
It was one of those ones when you watched it on home media.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting because I would love to have seen this in cinema. I would have loved to have that memory of watching this because it's such a fun movie. It's one of those things that I said to you when going back to it as an adult, you start spotting references that are a bit dicey in terms of kids' movie, like that one with obviously the cauliflowers, wasn't it? And the guy's like, "Oh, someone's been ravaging her." Yeah, he used a specific word, didn't he?
Ravaging her. I don't know what it was.
It's sounding rude though. And where she's holding them, it's like obviously in the position of boobs.
Oh no!
It's like someone's been ravaging them during the night, and that's like listen to that now. You're like, that is a bit dicey for a kids' movie. And then there's obviously when the rabbit's trying to get off with the fake rabbit, and he squeezes the rabbit's ass, and gets smacked. That's again very like not kids like, but they got away with it again because most kids' movies get away with these dirty references because kids don't get it. They're there for the adults sitting back going, "Oh, you naughty boys putting that in there," and then it's like the kids go, "I don't get it." You will one day, son. You will one day. There's just so much.
Shows that do that, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of shows do. There's just so much to love about it.
It's to get the adults involved a bit more, I think, because
I feel like if it's too kiddie, adults would be like,
yeah.
But you gotta have a few like little references that'll get them to go. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of enjoying this movie.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid really enjoying this, and watching it as an adult now, I still really enjoy it. Maybe even a bit more than I did back then. There's just so much to love about it, especially as being like a movie buff as I am. To spot the references you can see here, obviously the big King Kong reference with the finale, the Wolfman obviously reference because it's a rabbit, so obviously the Looney Tunes reference. Me personally, I see the underground segments as a reference to something like Tremors, because that had like moments like that in the underground segments. Obviously, it's sort of like a Frankenstein's monster type scenario as well.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the
Hutch.
other part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hutch.
There's a lot of these sort of references that, as a movie buff, I notice now and be like, oh, that's really cool.
Oh,
they put them in here and there. It's like really well done, and it's just like really good. And obviously, it's quite dark as well. I think at times, like the sequence where Wallace goes to get obviously the big bunny that fell off the back of the car.
Yeah.
And obviously Gromit's left alone in the dark, and he's out honking his horn in this pitch black neighborhood. And you see like the silhouettes of the rabbit's ears and stuff like. You see all these dark things, and you're like, "That's really creepy." That is. It's just a really like scaredy honking the horn. Like moments like that, it's quite creepy for a kids movie, but it's really well done. Which is really cool.
I agree. There's also a part of it where I kind of like I referenced in when we was watching it, the Pokemon the first movie.
Like the very sad moments.
The very end where you're like, oh. And then the rabbits are crying. Gromit's
Everyone's crying.
And then, yeah. Although it was a stupid reason they came back, but you know, it fits. It fits the lore. The beginning of the show, movie.
And it fits the lore. Wallace and Gromit. It's something that would probably like be the actual resurrection.
I understand
character. It's like I say, it is a stupid like way to bring someone back to life, but it fits the concept of what this is. Like
definitely,
it's the equivalent of obviously like someone obviously getting some obviously clear. It's equivalent of that, but you know, cheese. There's so much to actually enjoy in this movie. I say it's a good family film. Definitely. I think.
Yeah.
And it's something I always love about watching stop frame animation movies, because I know obviously normal animations take a while to make, but stop frame is a lot longer because you have to like bit by bit take pictures of the characters move.
Yeah,
that just shows how much heart is within like a stop frame movie. How like dedicated you have to be to sit there, move something slightly, take a picture, go back, move it again, take a picture.
I agree.
It like goes back to obviously really old school movies, which is kind of obviously where stop frame is a big thing. Like I think it's Jason and the Argonauts, Clash of the Titans, I believe. And there's a couple of other ones here and there that utilize stop frame within their movies. But obviously, seeing it, obviously a movie that's fully stop frame, it just is really cool. That's why I like obviously Aardman, because obviously they did like Chicken Run, Flushed Away, the Pirates one.
Yeah,
the full name of it.
Shaun the Sheep.
Shaun the Sheep, yes. Oh, there's a few. There's a few. Oh, the Early Man. Obviously they're doing Chicken Run 2 at some point soon.
Oh God.
Yeah, Netflix are doing it.
Oh no, Netflix taking over the world.
Obviously, Aardman's still doing it, but obviously it's just being put onto Netflix.
Yeah,
there's replacing like 2 of the voice actors because obviously they couldn't get them. So the guy who plays Shazam is going to be in it, as far as I'm aware. He's going to replace. Is it George Clooney? That was Mel Gibson. It's been a long time since I watched Chicken Run, but either way, he's replacing like the main male one.
Yeah,
the flying one. He's replacing him. But yeah, anyway, back with this. Obviously, it's just so good looking at this. Obviously, it still feels the same when obviously as like old Wallace and Gromit ones when you watch them, but it just feels a bit obviously more newer. Obviously, their newer sort of ones look a lot better, obviously than this, but
it looks a lot cleaner.
Yeah, they look a lot cleaner, but obviously this still looks pretty well done.
Yeah, like you'd see it and you'd think it's like from modern day like quality.
And so these type of obviously ones are just something I grew up with over the years. Obviously, especially like Shaun the Sheep, thanks to the TV show, and obviously this was kind of like the big like obviously because what I think Chicken Run was the one before this. I think it was Chicken Run, this, Flushed Away. I think was the next one after this.
I think so.
Then it was the pirate one, and then I think it was Early Man, if I remember correctly.
I don't even know what Early Man is.
It's the cavemen. I think it's when they're playing football.
Oh, yeah.
If I remember correctly. some of the guy who plays him in Fantastic Beasts, the main one.
Yeah.
He was like the main caveman in that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's just really good going back to like another old school movie that I would want to go back to again at some point like, in the future. Just because it's just so nostalgic and just a fun movie.
I agree.
Obviously, it's just a shame. Obviously, the lead actor who obviously voiced Wallace passed away.
Yeah.
Because obviously I know they're doing like another one. I don't know if it's going to be like a cinema one or just like another special or what.
It depends, doesn't it, really, how they want to take it.
I feel like with Wallace and Gromit, they usually tend to go with more TV specials.
Yeah.
I mean, even after this, it was it Matter on Life and Death, the next sort of big Wallace and Gromit one? Obviously, when he's getting that woman trying to murder him. Obviously, that was a straight to TV, BBC One thing.
Yeah.
So it just depends what they're going to go with. I'd love to see another movie. Hands down, I'd love to see another movie. But obviously, it's probably more than likely going to be a TV special.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see, won't we, until they actually announce some more details.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else we can about this.
There's a good twist that it wasn't Hutch that was the were-rabbit in the show.
Yeah,
in the movie.
Obviously it's a lot of emphasis on one character being, and it's like, no, I think there's more to the story than meets the eye, because obviously that's very obvious turn of events, and it's just the idea of it's this, without going into too much detail of who it is.
Yeah. Although, if you haven't watched it yet, then when are you going to watch it?
Exactly. It's like, come on, it's fucking ancient. It's like, how many years old is this now? It's 2005.
17 years old?
Yes, I believe.
It's 2022.
Yeah, so it's 2005. Say, add 15 brings us to 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 years. Come on, it's 17 years old. It's kind of the same year as King Kong did. That was done by Peter Jackson. Come on. I mean, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. There you go.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, go on Amazon Prime. It's on there. That's where we watched it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just, there's a lot of really well done stuff with this.
Yeah.
I mean, the music. I love the music within this.
It's very...
You got the fun adventure like vibe music, and then you got the really like dark, like mysterious music in there, like to give you that horror vibe, which it needs to, because it's about a were-rabbit. It's a werewolf, but it's a rabbit. So you need that darkness for that side of it, but then you need the fun adventure side when they're doing like normal stuff, like catching the rabbits and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just having fun at the fair. You need like that fun music for that, but then you need to know when to switch it up to like when the vicar's in his obviously getting attacked. Like you need that sort of music in the background to.
You need the suspense.
Yeah, you need to get everyone hooked with the music. Because if you don't, then it's just going to be, if you put some fun music over there, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, la 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 la.
But it is fun listening to the old like the classic Wallace and Gromit theme song at the start over the weird portraits they have in their house.
It's a very British film.
Yeah.
And like, I'd be surprised. Just very British.
Very British.
Very British, yes.
Which makes sense because it's Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah. Cheese,
Gromit. Don't forget the crackers.
Cheese and tea.
Oh, I just love this movie.
It's a good one.
Oh, do you want to give it a rating?
Yeah.
See, I had in mind already what my rating is. I've already looked at what I gave it on IMDb. Must have been years ago, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm sort of sticking with. But watching it again, knowing it just hit you again, and you just watch it like, damn, this movie was actually really fucking good.
It's a nostalgia boost, isn't it?
Especially the nostalgia boosts you up, because originally on IMDb I've got it then as a 9 out of 10, which is what I'd say is equivalent as like a 4.5 along that line. But I think I want to go higher than that, because it's just so fucking. It's the nostalgia boost gets it in your back of your head, like going back to an old movie that you loved as before and love even more now. It's just the adrenaline and nostalgia going through your veins. So I've got to give it a 5 again. It has to be 5 out of 5. It's so great of a movie. It's so British. It's a good British culture movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. It's a very nostalgic movie. It's like, again, with the Iron Giant, where it's one of the movies that I'll watch it, and then in like a few years or months, I'll watch it again if I want to. It's not one of them ones that I'll just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit down and watch it again. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. It's kept up with, I'd say, the quality of the animation, like up to today's standards. Maybe just a tiny bit less, but that's obvious for it's 17 years. It's good reason. But yeah, I think it's a very good movie. Like, it's very good standards, and it's quite funny. It's very funny.
I mean,
I do like that.
Through.
Yeah, I like the comedy in it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. It's quite high. It's a high 4.
That's fair enough. That's what the equivalent of like an 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how
8 or 7.
That's how I sort of work. It's the equivalent. That's how I sort of rough it around. That's not. I think there's like Iron Giant. It's the idea of I've sort of grew up the property a lot more.
Yeah.
Because obviously I've grew up heavily Wallace and Gromit, thanks to obviously my granddad. I think I've watched the old ones so many times. Obviously I watched Shaun the Sheep so many times.
I was a big Shaun the Sheep fan. I wasn't much of a Wallace and Gromit fan.
I sort of agree on that front, but I used to love the hell out the really old like Wallace and Gromit ones, especially the one with Shaun the Sheep in, and the Moon one. I like those ones growing up. But that's the idea. I think it's just that I've grown up heavily more probably with the property.
Yeah.
A lot more. So it's just that, as you say, nostalgia boost going through the veins of, wow, it's like being the kid again.
Pushing it in.
It's just, yeah. Anyway, hope you liked it. If you have checked out the movie, comment your thoughts below.
Yep.
Something we should be saying each time, Alex.
Would like to hear what you think of the movie.
Yeah.
Tell us your ratings as well.
Yeah, throw the ratings in. We'll have a little read. Well, I'll read and then pass it on to Alex.
I'll read them too.
So obviously next time we're going to actually take a look at Alex's choice, which obviously the Dragon Prince Season 3, which obviously the last series of that until Series 4 gets released. Whatever that's going to be. So,
who knows?
Yeah, we'll see you on that one. Obviously, check out the raft videos we've been doing at the moment.
Yeah, it's been an adventure.
It's been a nostalgic adventure because we're going back to something we started again.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd go throw nostalgia in again.
Yep. Very nostalgic.
Nostalgic everywhere.
Yep. Nostalgia. Have the nostalgia.
Well, at least it's better than you saying you put jelly beans up your ass.
I forgot about that.
Oh, you haven't. It's just scarred in my memory. So, yeah. Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.